So we slept the night at Roaring River State Park. When we pulled in here last night, way down there at the camp host spot and right next to it was 2 filled spots, and the rest of this totally blank. It was wonderfully quiet, and right over there is the Roaring River, and it goes all along there, and the people, like this guy, pull in to some parking spots along the opposite side of the camping spots, like that one right there, and they go over to fish. But the good thing about fishermen is that they are quiet. It is so quiet and peaceful. There's a few campsites there that are on the other side of this road, but that one's a parking spot, and there's a parking spot. Got some teaing. It's so good. And we'll make more to carry about our day because that thing is airtight. And will flop around the car without spilling. And over here is more water for tea. I've got some sausage, potatoes, and cheese cooking. Oh, that looks so good. And over here in this pot, I already cooked the eggs. There's my camping buddy, a tree. It's so pretty the way it goes crooked and then straight. The funny thing is we are in the southwest very corner pocket of Missouri, and the rest of Missouri is getting rain. Even at home, it's getting rain, but we're getting the benefit of cooler weather. It's been 90-degree weather, and right now there's some fabulous breezes coming through, and I think it's in the 70s maybe. High of low 80s today. Perfect camping weather. We are getting ready to explore this park on this perfect weather day. Here's the map, and we are at Campground 3, and which is right here. And right across that field is the Roaring River. This brown hiking trail is part of the fire tower trail. The fire tower's back here, but we're going to walk over there in a minute. And the other trails we're interested in, because we want to keep things short, this is the Spring House Trail. There's supposed to be an old house with a spring house that was used to keep food cold naturally on that trail. It's 0.4 of a loop, 0.4 tenths of a mile loop. Then there's this trail, which one way is 0.6 tenths of a mile, and it's called the River Trail. Don't know if we'll hit any of that, maybe just a little bit of it. This Deer Leap Trail is only 0.2 miles, and it goes to overlook and a boardwalk above the fish hatchery. It says there's a spring. Then the trails we probably will not go on today because we don't want to walk too much. This red one is the Devil's Kitchen Trail, and it's 1.4 miles. This one over here, which is accessible by this campground, the green one, is the Eagle's Nest Trail. It's 2.6 miles. The Fire Trail is 4.4 miles. And then you have one over here called the Pibburn Trail, which is 1.1 miles. That one's not too bad, but that's one way. So if you have to go back, you have to go 1.1 back. It's like folding my maps for easy viewing. So I think we're going to try to go to 4. Just a small section of the Fire Trail, the Spring House Trail, maybe just a short bit of that. I see a parking area here. on the river trail and then this short deer leap trail. We're gonna go for a short walk over to the water. It says this area is a pollinator natural habitat. So they're growing stuff on either side of this little trail. So this is zone 2 for flies only, no waiting. This is a fisherman thing, and they have different zones on the park maps. Trash cans, benches. Isn't that beautiful? Sounds wonderful. This is what I could hear from our tent. Not real loud. I was like, do I hear it? Do I not? I think I do. And I did. It almost looks like man-made little dams in the water, because then it's perfectly clear, pretty water all the way up to the next dam. And I'm not going to go this way. There's plenty of fishermen down that way. So our campsite is way over there. It's not really that far. And this is part of the fire trail. Fire Tower Trail. So we're headed up this way, but I spy before the dogs scare them off. Looks like a whole bunch of crows in the road. Beautiful setting. She's gonna sit down and relax. Look at how green the water is. There's the other one, checking it out. Part of me wants to walk down there just to watch them all fly away, whatever they are. We're getting closer. I wonder if they're going to be angry at us for disturbing their food source. There they go. Just a couple. We were getting close enough. Let's see what happens. How close can we get before y'all leave? There goes some more. I wanted them to all leave together. The girls finally see him. There they go. One at a time. Some of them are very brave because we're getting pretty close. Look at them, they're not moving. All right, they're flying all around us. Through the trees. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A ton of them. in, we'll get a little bit of this water. And we have one lone brave soul just taunting us. So that is a restaurant and conference center, and right here is the Spring House Trail. Orange Trail, 0.4 mile loop. So it's not very far. This will be a nice hike on a perfect weather day. We've got a bridge, a bench. It looks like there must be a bit of a waterfall here when there's more rain. It's a little rocky. Gotta make sure you have a sure step so you don't twist your ankle. Not bad. Kind of going uphill. Gotta open up them lungs. Oh, straight up. For longer than I wanted to go. Straight up. Rounded a corner. I see some steps. Now which way do we go? More up or more down? Guessing this is the loop part, and I'm gonna go up. Well, I still got my up gummedness, or whatever you want to call it, going. Whew, that was a climb. Now I think we're gonna go down a little bit. Whew. Haven't seen the house in the spring yet. This is a strenuous 0.4 miles. Gonna have to duck. The big old bluffs to the left, and to the right, the highway is still fairly close. And we have some flat trail as we loop back. Got a ravine here we're crossing. Still kind of level on the upper part. Oh, well, there's the spring. Because it's very cold air coming out of that cave. That's how I knew it was there. And I guess it tumbles on down that way. But the trees have fallen. Oh, it feels so cool coming from underneath there. It ends right there. Oh, nature's air conditioner. Whew. Love it. And there's a little bit of water coming out here. Just a little. Yeah. I like it too. Woohoo! Woohoo! But it was a spring house where you can cool things naturally. I mean, you could stick some cold items in there naturally, but your house isn't anywhere nearby. Not that I see. There's some bricks there. Could be a remnant of a house up here. I don't know. We're headed down. Okay, we're headed down a steep down. When you go up, you must come down. That's what I always say. We're never far from the parking lot or the highway, but we are definitely going down, down, down. Okay, another flat area on the lower level, which is nice. Back to the loop intersection. And we're back at the steps to make our loop down. Go, go, go! I wonder if this is where the water flows from the spring. Way up there. Way, way up there. gorgeous. So there is the CCC Lodge, and right across from the lodge we think is the river trail. We're not sure, but we're gonna walk by it. Lots of people fishing all up and down it. It goes on and on, this roaring river. It's so pretty. You can see the fish. This river sure is a fisher's haven. And the good thing about fishermen, though, is they're very quiet people. So the whole place is just quiet and peaceful. I guess this is why they call it Roaring River, because every so often you have this. Blue water, wow. Or green, tealish green. The river trail goes on for quite a while. The river goes on for quite a while. Definitely roars a little bit. Like, roars like a, not a lion.
A myriad of tiny torrents.
A myriad of tiny torrents. I like that. That's a good one. I think I said this earlier, but these all look man-made to me. All up and down the river. Probably by the CCC. And CCC would be Civilian Conservation Corps. They were jobs created during the Great Depression in the 1930s. And so they created, I think the spring naturally flows, but I think they created all these little spots for us to enjoy and to create a roaring river. We were talking about how it would seem great to swim here, but it does smell very fishy. This and Montauk are great for fishermen, and we can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but we can see the fish under the water. There's a whole bunch right there. If the people fishing next to us say they're not biting. From the fish hatchery up the road. I think we're gonna go see it. Every once in a while we see a fish jump or we see a butterfly go by. It's like we adopt this spot and people respect it and give us our privacy until we leave, and then the next person's going to adopt it. Just taking a short hike, mostly to sit and And we're done. Gonna go see the next place. Oh my goodness, it's so black because there's so many fish in here. She's feeding the fish. Wow. There's so many that it's just black.
The pond in the very back is their big trophy fish.
Oh, the big one.
Oh, we got to go back there, we're told.
Or you can go right up here too. And then there's a little cave system over there.
Oh, well that's a spring there, I see.
It's like 10 degrees cooler over there.
Oh.
And the further
How many sizes?
Right, so there's nothing on the other side though.
oh, there's some.
A few, but not many. So I'm scattered for it. So the further you go this way, the bigger they are to be released into the river.
Yes.
And oh!
They like you.
The more you go up that way, the smaller they are. They thought I had food. Oh, she's giving me some. Yay! Thank
One or
you.
two or the whole handful?
Okay, ready. Oh, that didn't produce very many. I can see them all.
More it'll have frenzy.
They fight for it.
Oh, I bet
You are better at it.
And it's only a quarter of a real small handful.
We brought our own baggies. We knew it was going to happen.
So you can get for a quarter fish food here. We're gonna go up these steps and look at the spring. Wow. Just beautiful. Gorgeous. Amazing. I can't believe I get to walk up here like this. Got a few fish in there. Ah, I see them. They're big. Look how big they are. There's a bunch right here in such blue water. You found some fish food. There's one that's a different color. It's totally amazing. So I'm gonna walk on around. Wow. Look at the wind blowing the ripples on the top of the water. Well, they get smaller going down this way.
Yeah, those are still pretty big.
Wow, they are pretty big. And these are the smallest down this way. There's more room there, but they're all crowded right in here, ready to be let loose down the next shaft. It says Deer Leap Trail, 2.2 of a mile. I think these just go up to the cabin, and this is the trail around the spring. It's so beautiful. Look at the mountains. The cave system here, but there's people down there. So they're getting in my photo. This is where it all begins. The Roaring River. The spring is the 20th largest. We saw the 23rd largest earlier today in Missouri. It's the beginning of the Roaring River and is the only water for the hatchery. The spring produces an average of 20.4 million gallons of water a day. Wow. And the largest spring is Big Spring at 283 million, which we've been there many times. Big old fish down in there. I'm waiting for the blast of cool air. I know it's gonna hit me. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. I've never seen such blue water. Well, maybe at that one blue spring on the Current River, but this is really, really blue. Total amazing. It's just flowing out of there. It goes way up. Yeah, look how deep it is. So here's the little, I guess, where's it coming up from? It says there's a dome here, and then it rises to the surface here, and I guess comes out that way. But look, 224 feet down is where the water flow comes from. There's another one over here.
Shows it.
Coming up. Wow. It says in 1979, divers went down in there exploring the spring and made their way all the way to the bottom. That's how they know it's 224 feet down. The diver in the photograph is inspecting the colossal dome room. Okay, so that's the colossal dome room that can only be reached by diving, and so you have to go behind here, that right there. Back here, you've got to dive down and come up there. So this is where the divers went to. So this,
at the very base of the where they dove to, this water is still coming up
from who knows where.
From what point?
They don't know how far down it goes.
So, yeah.
Wow. This is amazing to see. Look, the hatchery goes all the way over there. It's getting faded, but it shows that there was actually a mill here. And a log house. Nice bathrooms, courtesy the CCC. Love the stones. They're kind of made modern inside. Way to go, Missouri State Park System. But then it's like you're still walking through the 1930s, which I like too. The round one, they're pretty big in there. I was wondering if they're smaller in all of these. Oh yeah, they're much smaller. You can't tell because it's all black. Let's go down here. There's kind of an open area. You can see they're much smaller. Walk back on top of this because it's so beautiful. So there's where we walked up. I'm gonna keep going to see what the view is down a little further. Amazing. Just amazing. This guy's huge. He's happy. Pretty blue water crossing. And at the end, that's where the water goes out to go down into the river. I have to take one more peek this way. Oh, look, there's waterfalls down there. We get to walk down there. So here it is going underneath. Oh, we can walk down there. We get to keep going. This is a fun walk. Looks like some old CCC trails here. Looks like the steps go up to cabins. They're super cool. How they're stacked up. And water might be coming out from underneath there. If anything, it's spilling through here. And coming out here. And we get to go down there. Oh, it's so cool. I feel the cold air. So super awesomeness. Okay, we're gonna be headed down the stairs. It's like a grand staircase, huh? There's fishermen. More fishermen, but this is where it all begins. It's like double trouble. Whoa. Where the roaring river begins. So now that's roaring. Whoa. Ah! Wow. Think of that, girlfriends. I love the stone. As we come around to the next one, look at the curve in the stone. And the extra support here, where they're sticking out. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my. And there's the beginning. Here we go.